What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, just playing around with Nintendo Switch Online. Don't mind me, I gotta beat these guys up. Playing a little River City Ransom, because why not? Gotta go get that money, gotta go have a good beat 'em up. And I figured I'd sit down today and tell you guys about my thoughts about Nintendo Switch Online and what I like and what I don't. And let's go ahead and just save state it. This really nice feature to start off. This is just the save state. I can say I can load a suspended point by each game. I can create a suspended point by each game. And there we go. It is saved and it's ready to go. I can continue my game. I can reset, or I can go to game selection. Let's kick it off right here from the start. Here is the main menu. Here's my Nintendo library of NES games that are a part of the subscription. Now, personally, I picked the family subscription because you'll see up here, I've got my family and I wanted to make sure that we're covered and we're grouped together. And that ends up only being a little bit more a year, $35. Several of you guys have asked me questions about, can you add family members? Yes. It seems like it's a very straightforward system. All in all, I don't have any critique on it. I only own one Switch right now. We'll hopefully be getting a new Switch either with Pokemon or Smash at that point in time and kind of branching out. Nintendo actually released information on this specifically today, talking about the main Switch you log into is going to be your Prime, and you can go log into other Switches and access some of your games and be able to continue and play things like that. There's an article for it. If you guys want, I can go over it in great detail with you, but this is more just a kind of a reaction to Nintendo Switch Online, to these games itself. And one of the really cool features is the fact that we can play River City Ransom together. They've built in these online lobbies into the game itself. So I can say 2 players play online. So 2 players locally play online. I'll go ahead and freak itself out on me. All right, let's go ahead and say back. Saying I'm freaking it out. Okay, cool. Yay, always great for videos. In that case, play online. You can play multiple player games online. It's gonna connect to the internet. And we'll be able to invite friends and be able to play. And I can even play video games while I wait for a friend to join me in an online lobby. I think that's incredibly key to the whole thing. What this doesn't do, this does not let me configure my controller. So on a Pro controller, I've got A and B. I would love it to be Y and B to be able to just, as I play kind of a Super NES style. So it is a little bit of a learning curve to be able to remember that back in the day, I only had 2 buttons and then the D-pad. And so you have all these other buttons that really go unused in and of itself. And just being able to say, to do a key mapper, to say like, well, I want Y to actually act as my B, I want B to act as my A, that would be a huge improvement to the system as a whole. And so that in and of itself for the NES piece, I think is worth it. Obviously, they're going to keep adding games. I was really excited, obviously, to see kind of my 2 favorite games, River City Ransom, Super Mario Bros. 3 here. We got Yoshi. This is my wife's favorite. Zelda is a great one as well. I need to tell you guys that. There is a lot to love about the platform, but there's still a lot of little things that we could kind of get into. Data management, friend settings, and things like that. I don't have any friends. I don't know I'm going in there. That's going to be under system settings and then data management. I guess the big kind of key piece is the save cloud data backup. A lot of people kind of really up in arms about like how certain games aren't going to use it. Xbox has completely spoiled me for the whole system itself. I'm going to say, yeah, automatic save data is backed up. You can see what games are not backed up. You know, Fortnite not backed up. Celeste is backup not supported. Back up my Celeste, yo. It's on. We'll go ahead and back it up. There we go. So it's automatic. You can set it. It does appear, I guess, because you can download it, that's how you would take advantage of it. So I wonder if we're going to see that corrected at some point in the future. But honestly, I'll have to let you know. The biggest complaint right now, the biggest takeaway, is the button mapping. I think some people might be upset because there's a cost to it. I'm actually one that's perfectly thrilled and excited by the fact there is a cost to this. That means they're hopefully going to make proper investment into the system and into the structure. They still need to be able to, put in here literally the ability to manually back it up to another physical device at some point. Because if they're going to charge for save clouds, right? If they're going to make you pay to back up your stuff and be able to get back to it, at the end of the day, they need to give you a manual way to it. Otherwise, at some point, you lose your Switch breaks. it's going to feel like a tax that you didn't pay for this. I'm glad they bundled in online, but the big features are the classic NES games, obviously the cloud backups. Those are the two big ones I've been looking forward to. Online play is just something I guess is baked into my just natural ability. So just the fact that they let us do it for over a year in and of itself was, hopefully they learned a lot as a part of that play test. I hope a lot of people do pick it up and sign up for it. But I would, for me and my family, it makes sense. It's not, I don't feel like it's that big of a cost. At $35, a year, to be able to have me and 7 other people as a part of my family account, I think it's hugely powerful. And then we got games like, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles coming out. As far as it goes, I meant to actually click on the NES playing. As far as it goes, hopefully we're going to see SNES games in here, N64 games. Hopefully this is an ever-expanding library of content, always therefore making it kind of the Netflix of games. It's really interesting. They're starting out with the NES games. There's obviously games that I'd love to see on here. I'd love to see some more Final Fantasies. I'd love to see some Dragon Quest. That would be a huge improvement to the overall piece of it. But the multiplayer piece of it, and it's not just online play. It's not just that we could play a 2-player game online, but we could actually play the game and I could pass it over to you and you could pass it back. Let's say we were struggling in Zelda, I can share that play with you. You can share that play with me. And so it's kind of the evolution of the couch co-op in a way. And I hope maybe we'll get to see some more of this, even with other games that are beyond just NES games. I don't know. I mean, it'd be really cool to be able to do that with any of these games that are coming out as well. Be like, hey, listen, I'm really struggling with this. It's an interesting feature and an interesting technology as we see as the game and the worlds develop. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I'm a fan. I'm happy that we're finally seeing this and seeing the system release and actually have this potential come out to it. I'd love to know your thoughts, and especially if you're frustrated with the cost and if you're struggling, if you're trying to figure out should you go with a family plan, what are the options? Let me know. Well, let's have that conversation and we can go from there. But in the meantime, I'm really digging on some River City Ransom, which is what I just goes like, oh my gosh, yes. Let's go ahead and load suspended, and it's that fast. We're ready to get back into it. That's what is a huge different game changer here. Anyway, for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you have a fantastic day. Let's not beat up any of the civilians here, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. What's going on, workforce? Take that. Take that.